Here's a good one from Al in the white and Gavin in the blue. If you guys watch any of my videos, you've probably seen these guys before. But first, you see Al transition to an omoplata from a guard, and Gavin step over his head to defend. And that's a very nice counter to the omoplata. Al did a good job of recovering the knee in front of the hip. And let's just take a look again. See, Al's leg goes from Gavin's lower back to upper back by his shoulder. And now he's got to start to move his hips to get beside Gavin. But Gavin, he likes to use this escape where he steps over the head. And it makes it really difficult if you're putting on the omoplata. You no longer really have the correct angle when you're in position like this. But Al made a good decision to switch to half guard on the other leg. And then as Gavin tried to drive forward, he used that to transition to a deep half guard. Deep half guard is this position. And what Al should be looking to do is circle his right foot under Gavin's foot and do a pass off to his other foot would be an option. But instead he gets the hand under the ankle and hits the waiter sweep, which is another good option from the deep half guard. So watch his hand. His hand's going to find Gavin's ankle and hook it. And now he brings his legs high onto Gavin's thigh. And that's going to create that tilt and dump Gavin to his back. A nice sweep from deep half guard, waiter sweep. And now Gavin's on the bottom, and now he's in a position where he's going to have to sweep back to recover his position. And there's no points in play. This is just a training rule, but still, you want to get on top, stay on top, finish on top, or from the back, right? So what's happening now, Gavin's in a half guard. He goes to an underhook. And now it looks like he's interested in coming up onto a single, but Al's threatening the guillotine. That's a good threat when the guy wants the single leg. And Gavin used that to get on top. So he wrestled up. You see that a lot. Not a particular sweep per se, but just getting close enough to the guy that you can get a single leg and wrestle him down. From this point, Gavin's trying to run around the legs. He really has to get in front of Al's knee line here. Close to his head is where he wants to be, with his closer to his head with his knees. If Al's able to get his knees inside, like he did here, see his left knee is in front of Gavin, that means he's able to recover the guard. So Gavin's always got to try to beat that knee line. Now he's up on top of the hooks, briefly in an X guard. Now Al maybe is thinking about transitioning to a leg, but Gavin pulled it out of there. And now Al's uses that sequence to get on top. And now he's outside the legs. This is very key. Gavin's trying to go to turtle, but Al's trying to slow him down. It's a good strategy. And now he wants to try to open up the hooks. From here, see how Al has his left foot over Gavin's foot, but he doesn't have a hook in with his right hook. But what he's going to do is knock Gavin over and use his left foot to open up Gavin's knee and shoot his other hook in. It's a very slick maneuver from Turtle to force the hook in. And now we have a situation where Al is attacking the back, maybe thinking about transitioning to an arm lock, and Gavin has a 2-on-1. 2-on-1s are great from any situation, and when you're escaping the back, you want to use the 2-on-1, pull the arm over your head, and use that to find your way out. But Al's able to stay and keep connected. That chest to back connection that he has right now is very important, and it will stop your opponent from trying to escape. See, now the connection's broken, and now Al's forced to take mount. So Gavin slightly improved his position, but he's still not in a great spot here. Al looking to transition to a triangle choke from mount. Let's see what happened there. So he's got the chest to back connection. Gavin's moving his body, so he's trying to break that connection and turn, get his shoulders to the floor. And now he's able to slightly break it here. Now he gets his back to the mat. Now Al's going to come up, and now he's in mount position. And now I know he ended up going for a triangle from here, and he is kind of over Gavin's arm, so this is kind of an awkward mount. But if this were me in this situation, I would be looking to lock up the triangle and keep top position. Rolling to the bottom, especially before you have the triangle locked, is a real risky maneuver. You should look to lock the submission before you commit to going back to the bottom. Because right now, he's kind of in between arm lock and triangle, and Gavin's able to step over and clear his arm at a danger. And now Al's forced to push. Anytime you're pushing, you're defensive, right? Gavin's offensive right now, Al's defensive. Now Al's able to push again. He has a foot on the hip. Now he's able to be offensive. So you have to understand the sequences and when to push, when to pull, and what each reaction means. Now Al gets the De La Riva hook. Now he switches to an underhook De La Riva. Now his next grip with that right hand, he's going to be looking to grab the belt or the pants and potentially set up a back take. Gavin has to try to push Al's knee down, but his sleeve is trapped right now. and that means Al's able to off-balance him. So he should be looking to break that sleeve grip with his other hand. Now Al switches to an X guard. Gavin's got to try to step off of that leg. Nicely done. He stepped over the knee. Now the X guard connection is broken. And now he rolls to the bottom. And now Gavin's got to get back up on top. Nicely done. You don't want to stay on the bottom in that position because he'd be giving up a sweep. If there was points in play, Al could have potentially got a 2, but Gavin got up before the 3 seconds would have expired, so there would have been no points there. And now Al pulls guard. Gavin keeps coming forward with pressure, so Al has to transition to a half guard. Now he's hunting the Kimura. Kimura from half guard is another very popular move, and it can be tough to do once you get the Kimura locked. Sometimes guys struggle with kind of knowing where to go from there. And it can be tough on top, too. It can be tough to escape. Gavin from here should be looking to lock his hands together, almost like a guillotine, and try to raise his trapped wrist up to put pressure on Al's shoulder. And him holding Al's leg is also a good idea because Al wants to try to swing around to the other side, knock Gavin over, and potentially go for an arm lock, just like that. But he didn't get his legs quite in the right spot. He could use this to transition to the back, though. I really like that attack a lot. That Kimura from bottom half guard to the back or arm lock is a great move. That's about all she wrote for that one. Some great action in that match. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on the video.